Good morning. I haven't seen you for so long. There's so much to update. There's so many videos I could have uploaded. I took some, I never used them. I just wanted to say hi, everybody. Um, uh, Gosh, got so much to update that I don't even know where to start. But you know what? Let me just be real right now today. Um, my teenagers, what can I say? I'm menopausal, yes. When I say that, I mean I've now gone past the menopause, I think. So I've had my ups and downs, loads of downs. But I'm talking about my teenagers. Now, of course, we love our children, right? I love my children. But do they love me? I don't know. I'm trying to think back when I was a kid, but I had a really messed up upbringing. Now, obviously, the last 3 years since I've hit this menopause, perimenopause before that, and just like completely turned over stuff at home, right? I've caused a lot of problems, I'm going to be honest. But my children are acting like they've got trauma now. And I looked at something about like separation. So I am going through a separation, and that's very hard for my family because we've been a Christian family for years, and it just is like a no-no, and I'm really gutted in so many ways about it. But that's another long story. But you know what? It's like I did actually watch something the other day when this guy was talking about divorce, which technically I know is not a good thing. Um, and he said it's better if you're going to do that when the children are young, because when you do it when they're teenagers, they are going to be have all sorts of scarring and trauma and blame themselves and stuff. And I actually have to say that I think that's true, um, because it's their reactions to it. I mean, they pitted themselves against me at times, and then against their dad at other times. Um, yeah, and I probably haven't helped with my immaturity at times over the whole thing because I've just got so frustrated with everything. It's a long story, as I keep saying. But you know what? What do we say about children? You know, children is like the disrespect and the trauma that they're having in this day and age, I think is a lot worse. Look, I grew up, I more or less got dragged up. My children have not been dragged up. I've been a good mother. Yes, I've fallen apart the last, let's say, 3 years, but up until that point, I brought up six children. I haven't finished with the younger three, last one being 15. But they think they have trauma, and I don't think they know what trauma is, mate. Sorry. Although this, am I being wrong? Slide it in the comments if you think I am. But yeah, I mean, look, I don't even want to say too much about my upbringing. I think I've said it in previous videos, but yeah, you know, we had drugs in the house, we had abuse, we had swearing, we had shouting, we had hitting, we had my dad nearly killing my mum. We had, you know, me running into a room one day when I was younger and this guy was injecting in his arm in the room. You know, there was a lot going on. And and my mum, you know, I've talked about my mum before. I am cautious talking about my mum, of course, but you know, you don't know her, so it's not going to harm in a sense. But you know, like my mum when I was younger cut my mouth out on my school photo when I brought my school photo home and put it on the mantelpiece with no mouth because she said my mouth was ugly and I looked like Tarzan. So it's like, you know, I think that I know something about trauma, and yet for years I brought my children up without trauma, with a normal, yeah, we had our ups and downs, but with our normal upbringing, took them places, homeschooled, went to trips, took them science museums, did everything. Things that are swimming lessons. This I didn't even know how to swim. My auntie had to push me in when I was older and just hope for the best because my mum take me swimming. You gotta be kidding. Swimming lessons, any structure, no way. They just smoked spliff all day, and and you know swore and shouted, you know, swore and shouted. So at each other, and we grew up and we were signed into care for a while. That's something I probably haven't talked about. So yeah, I know something about trauma is my point. I'm not making excuses. I'm not, but every time I say to my kids things like, like my daughter said, for example, the other day, oh, you're invalidating my feelings just because I said trauma. Really? You know what I mean? Like, because she said I disciplined her about 4 times ever. She's 17 now. And each time she felt that it was wrong because it was only this and it was only that. And I was like, if I could count the times I'd been disciplined, and mine wasn't disciplined, mine was crazy. Mine was dragging by the hair around the house, punching me in the face, sticking my hair in the cat litter. Um, my mum getting me and my sister dressed, God knows at what time in the morning, putting us in a black taxi, driving us to Finchley Road, then getting us to stand out there shivering outside a taxi and smashing the whole window of a club that she believed my dad was gambling in downstairs, which he was. I mean, do these children from this day and age, I mean, I'm not saying some don't go through stuff, but do they really know what trauma is? Do they really? I don't mean to invalidate their feelings, but it's really annoying to me that I did my very best. And at the last hurdle, yes, I'm failing. But is this trauma? I don't know. Anyway, give me some comments, guys. Like or hate me, I'm sorry. I'm just being a little bit more open today. And I can be even more open. I just don't want to um, drag everything, out onto the YouTube platform or to the TikTok or to the other platforms. But I am feeling really candid, and I am feeling like I've come off my antidepressants for about 3.5, 4 weeks now, and I've just been trying to do it. So this is kind of becoming me again, and I don't know. I'm just trying to find me again. After having the edge taken off all my emotion, it's coming back now, but sometimes it's a bit overwhelming. Anyway, put your comments in the comments section, and I don't mind if you say that you think that I'm out of order or I'm wrong. Actually, I probably do mind, but you know what? I'll take it because it's not, it's what it is. Anyway, nice to see you all, and I will come back another day. Bye.